I think she's a disgrace. And as a representative of Congress and the 14th district, she's supposed to listen to them. She was not supposed to mock them because before that started, a gentleman asked her a simple question about defunding the police. And then when she would not answer, that was when they started yelling at her. So it wasn't like they didn't sit there for an hour. They sat there for an hour. They listened to what she had to say, and she disrespected them, and it was a disgrace.
AOC's anti-American diatribes are the wrong speech at the wrong time. The odds makers say Tina can't win, but they're wrong. They don't see the fundamental change in the Hispanic vote coming.
You cannot vote her in again. We will lose our country, our freedoms, our American values. She does not represent anything except a far-left, Marxist, communist agenda.
Hello and welcome. This is Olivia Brown with WJ Now. Today we have a very special guest, Tina Forte, who is the Republican challenger of AOC in New York. Welcome, Tina.
Thank you so much for having me, Olivia.
So there was a viral video just this last week of AOC getting just hounded by people in her district. We're going to watch this video and we'd love to get your response.
Very classy. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
So what do you think of that, Tina?
I think she's a disgrace. Those are her constituents, and she made fun of them. She mocked them. She was condescending. And as a representative of Congress and the 14th district, whether they agree with her or not, or she agrees with them or not, she's supposed to listen to them. She was not supposed to mock them because before that started, a gentleman asked her a simple question about defunding the police. And then when she would not answer, that was when they started yelling at her. So it wasn't like they didn't sit there for an hour. They sat there for an hour. They listened to what she had to say. And when she did not address the issues, the real issues in District 14 was when the crowd started yelling and chanting. And she disrespected them, and it was a disgrace.
Dick Morris just recently said that you have a chance to win. This is historic for your district. Why do you think that people in your district will be voting AOC out?
Because woke does not fix anything. Her woke policies and her becoming an elite is not helping this district. This district has a lot of people that are now coming to the Republican side. Okay, I have the Bangladesh community, I have the Latino community. They don't like what's going on. They don't like that they are not represented, that they do not have a voice, that they have no one to depend on. AOC used this district to push her radical left agenda, then she disappeared. And she's never in the district. She decided to come in the last 3 weeks of this election, and now she ran off to California because she can't face the music. She will not debate me. She does not care about her constituents, and it's a shame. And that's why there is a very, very strong chance that I will be the next Congresswoman, and I will be for the people.
What are some of the biggest issues in your district that you're seeing when talking to voters?
Crime is a very big issue, and our children, education is a very big issue, and the economy is a very big issue. Ever since, I would say, even before COVID, New York has always struggled with the highest tax burden. But now, after the lockdowns and the way they had that power grab on us and their true colors really came out, they really love that stronghold that they have on the people. And the people don't want that. We want our freedoms. People are fleeing to Florida for their freedoms. Florida was not locked down. Florida was able to flourish even through COVID. And it's a shame how they're using New Yorkers and how she used this district. And we need to get crime in control. We need to control crime, which is uncuffing our police officers, which is giving them back their qualified immunity, which is refunding our police, which is taking CRT out of our school, which is taking off the regulations that they have on our small business owners that cannot come back after the COVID restrictions they put on us.
What is your response to AOC wanting to defund the police? You said we need to fund our police even more. On top of that, what would you be doing more for crime?
Well, I would definitely have the anti-crime units back on the streets, which is our undercover police that they took off. They took off 600 men and women of the force a couple of years ago. I would have police on the subway where they should be, and subway crime would be down. I would not have a rotating door like they have with the cashless bail that they now have in New York, which is not working, as you can see, because violent criminals are back on the street an hour after they commit crime. And one other thing I have to point out is that AOC, I was at one of her town halls where she pulled up with security. She had the NYPD outside protecting her. So why can't the constituents have the same sense of security that she has when she pulls up to an event? We don't have security thanks to her, but yet she wants to be a hypocrite and have the security that she defunds on her in her very district.
That's extremely hypocritical. What are the consequences of a radical socialist like AOC staying in Congress?
Losing our freedoms, losing our way of life, having our streets riddled with crime, having our children indoctrinated, having a horrible economy and the highest taxes in New York. You cannot vote her in again. We will lose our country, our freedoms, our American values. We will lose that. She does not represent anything except a far left Marxist communist agenda. And I call her AOC, all our communists. Now I call her all our chicken because she won't debate me.
Yeah, we have this great video of the chicken, and we'd love to show it for you and get your response.
Okay.
AOC is nice looking girl, but it's not, the job is not for her. It's just like me trying to be a football player. I'm not a good football player, but I'm a good chicken. Just like AOC, a good chicken. Not a good congresswoman, but a good chicken.
Why do you think that AOC is scared to debate you?
Because I'm a regular person, I'm not a politician, and I'll call her out. I will call her out on the very issues that she stands for. I will call her out on them. I'm not afraid. See, I don't have the support of the RNC. I'm a regular person. I will call it out. There's nobody controlling me. I cannot be controlled. So I think that scares her to the point where I'm not going to stand on the stage and be a polished politician and talk all political. I'm not like that. That's not what I'm for. I'm for an America First patriot. I'm on America First values. And I think she's afraid of that. She's afraid of a real patriot standing face to face, really calling her out on the issues.
You've never been in politics before. Why did you decide to run right now?
Because I saw what was going on and I said enough. So I decided to take her on in the very district where I was born and raised, got married in this district. I have a business in this district. I raised my kids in this district. I went to school, grammar school, high school in this district. And I see how my constituents, when I will be their congresswoman, are suffering and how I can help them if I am their congresswoman.
Your father was a Marine Corps veteran. How did that shape your view on America?
I love this country. I love our flag. No one disrespects the flag or the country, not on my watch. I have the American flag tattooed on me. I have my dad's badge, his Marine Corps badge up here on my forearm. I have his Purple Heart. I don't know if you can see it over here. I run Spartan races before I almost died of COVID. I ran Spartan races and would carry wounded warriors on the course. They were wounded warriors, so they would, have a limb missing. I would put them on my shoulder to carry them on the mountain. And I would also carry a coffin with 22 dog tags to bring awareness to veteran suicide on a Spartan course in the mountains.
That's a beautiful story. Love to hear what you're doing for the community and challenging AOC. We wish you the best of luck in the midterms.
Thank you so much, and thank you for having me.